While Syracuse hoops certainly isn't in the spot that it was a year ago, second-ranked SU men's lacrosse is off to a 3-0 start with legit championship hopes. While the Orange did grab a win over 16th-ranked Towson earlier in the week, the first real test comes against 6th-ranked Maryland. Syracuse hasn't won in College Park in 30 years. So let's see if the Orange would have any better luck this time against the Terps. So it's a top 10 matchup for Syracuse, and rainy conditions would play a factor. It was rainy, it was slick. Trey Deer says, I don't care. First goal for Syracuse, 1-0 SU off the assist from Joey Spallina. We talk about Spallina, the playmaker. How about Spallina, the scorer? 2 goals late in the second quarter gives SU a 5-4 lead going into the locker room. But then in the second half, it was all Terps. Eric Spanos with 45 seconds left in the third puts Maryland up 8-5. Yeah, that's 4 unanswered for the Terps. But then 15 seconds later, Owen Hiltz would say, no, not so fast. Syracuse still in this one, puts that one in. It's 8-6 going into the final quarter. But in the fourth, Maryland just kept showing why it's a top 10 team and what a great program it is for so many years. Danny Kelly, right place at the right time, gets that one to go. He said after the game, hey, it's not 70 and sunny in College Park. Maryland played for these conditions and pulled off the upset. 11-7 the final. Maryland's 7th straight win over Syracuse, and SU still winless in College Park over the last 30 years. While women's lacrosse couldn't get the job done, SU women's hoops had its chance against the same opponent. 9th-ranked North Carolina entered the Dome on a 5-game win streak, with 2 of those tilts coming against ranked teams. Now, a win for the Orange would drastically help their chances to make the ACC tournament, while the Tar Heels are just worried about positioning. The last time UNC came into the Dome, SU pulled off an 8-point upset thanks to 20 points from who else but Georgia Woolley. And she gets it going here, gets the layup to fall, ties the game up at 10. Now moving into the second quarter, Woolley says, fine, I'll just do it myself. Hits that 3, and why not another? Back-to-back triples from Georgia Woolley. UNC led by 10 at the half. Woolley had a team-high 17 on the game. Now in the third, late stages, got to guard the trail girl. There's Sophie Burrows. Buries it, 5-point game. Syracuse not out of it yet. Now it's 10 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kyra Wood off the glass using the fundamentals to get that one to go. It's just an 8-point game. Syracuse just needs a few stops. Not going to get it there. Lexi Donarski hits the dagger. UNC up by 13 and ends up winning by 10. 68-58. SU still in need of some help to make the ACC tournament. North Carolina 8-0 on the road for the first time since 2006.
What have you seen from Trey Deer at this point in the year that's allowed him to take over in the way he's doing?
Well, he's a stud, point blank, period, right? I mean, this is a guy that's really seen an increase in volume and an increase in usage since Finn Thompson went down earlier this season. And since then, he's been fantastic. I mean, you mentioned Johns Hopkins, you mentioned Manhattan earlier this week, 8 goals in his last 2 games. What I've seen from Trey Deer is that he's going to be the guy that could see a significant uptick in usage when everybody's healthy as well. He's been that good this season. His chemistry with the entire offensive unit, Hiltz, Spallina, Michael Leo in the midfield, Sam English, is off the charts. He may only be a sophomore, but he deserves to be in every single conversation for talent, for production, with that entire junior class that everybody values so highly here at Syracuse. And what I really see out of Trey Deer is that this year he's going to be the same type of player. He's going to step up when needed. And if he sees more volume and usage this season, he's going to be that guy. But I'm looking forward to next year, right? When he's a junior, Owen Hiltz is going to be gone. That's a guy that just scored a hat trick in the first quarter today. Trey Deer, next year, he's going to fit in with this offense seamlessly. The production is going to be there. You're not going to see any regression from this Syracuse offense when you lose Hiltz and because you bring in Trey Deer. In baseball, the term deuces wild is usually a good thing. 2 men on, 2 outs, a chance to put up some runs in a clutch spot. For Syracuse men's soccer, it hasn't exactly been a positive phrase. With tonight's 2-0 loss to 17th-ranked Virginia Tech, SU has now dropped to 2-2-2 on the short season. A pair of wins started off the year with Colgate and Niagara, and since then, alternating draws and losses to Charlotte, Le Moyne, Boston College, and now VT. In 3 of those 4 matches, SU has outshot its opponents, but for head coach Ian McIntyre, sometimes more shots doesn't always mean more goals.
Look, goals change matches. They started the game really well. I think we showed a toughness and a resilience They're such a big team. So we defended their restarts extremely well. To get through those moments, I'm very proud of our guys. But then you just need a little bit of quality or a little bit something to ensure that you score the first goal.
SU now drops to 0-2 in the ACC, but the conference slate will have to wait until next Friday. In the meantime, Syracuse hosts Canisius for Military Appreciation Night, Tuesday at 7. Reporting from SU Soccer Stadium, Josh Richardson, Citrus TV.
Home half of the first here at Cantine Field. It'll be the catcher Nate Manley leading off the order for the Stallions, followed by Mario Travella and Andrew Amato. Those are the three due up at the top of the order for Saugerties tonight. On the mound for Glens Falls, the right-hander, number 33, Michael Weed, making what seems to be almost every single appearance for him so far this year has come against the Stallions. Very familiar versus this lineup, but on the lineup, very familiar with him as well. This is his 10th appearance of the season, 6th against Saugerties, as his first pitch fastball right down the middle to Manley. And the 0-1. Chopper over to third. Played on by Ward. Throws across the diamond for the first out. Two quick pitches for Michael Weed gets his first out of the inning. And crucial when having to face a Saugerties team that in short has kind of lit him up so far this year. Has a 12.21 ERA coming into this game. Last time he faced the Stallions was back a week ago when Saugerties came up to East Field, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, walked 4 and struck out just 1. As his first pitch is upstairs to Mario Travella, the shortstop. Other than that, Michael Weed, a couple good outings so far this year against Saugerties. Had 2 of them back on June 16th and June 23rd, a week apart from each other. That pitch on the bottom corner of the zone, and in, count even 1 ball, 1 strike. Went in 3 1/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned allowed in the 4-2 loss. And then followed that back up on the 23rd with 2 innings of shutout baseball versus the Stallions. Since then, in 2 more appearances, pitched 3 innings and gave up 7 total runs, 6 of them earned. Saugerties getting back to having his number. There's a ball hit straight up in the air over into center field. Cody Meyer settles under it. 2 quick outs in the first inning for Michael Weed. Good bounce back for the right-hander from Pine Bush, New York. To get through this inning, 1-2-3, Michael Weed is going to have his toughest test all night long. Andrew Amato, the left fielder, this is the guy that you got to have your eyes on, folks, if you're going to watch this game tonight. Amato, .357 batting average so far this season. He hasn't been with the Stallions for very long, but he sure has made his mark. A member of Saugerties last summer, came in second in the batting title race behind Gage Haley for the Amsterdam Mohawks. Only 6 points behind, but had a lot more power than Haley did and made that known. Almost 100 higher slugging percentage. The 0-1 just a bit upstairs and the count even at 1. Amato so far on a 6-game hit streak. Yesterday went 1 for 3 with an RBI double. 3 doubles and a home run. 9 RBIs for him this year. 10 strikeouts, and now just a pitch away from his 11th. 1-2 count for Weed. Eddie Amon stands on deck, the first baseman. Another recent guy that the Stallions have added to the team. Joined back at the start of the month, July 2nd against Albany. 2-2 now for Weed. Looking to go 1-2-3 in the first inning. Amato looks for it. Fouls it off and just over the press box and out of play. That might hit a car in the parking lot. Weed sets and deals. Once again, the 2-2 fouled off down the first base line and out of play. Good fight from Amato to stay alive here. Went 1 for 5 yesterday against the Mohawks. Had 2 RBIs and 2 strikeouts. That 1 for 3 with a double I was talking about earlier was the last time these two teams played back on Monday. 7-2 win for Saugerties. He went 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. 2-2, way upstairs and outside. Good block from Tortorisi behind the plate. Defense for Glens Falls tonight. Ryan Hart, Cody Meyer, and Odilio Cespedes left to right in the outfield. James Ward and Caden Bernardo third and first. In the middle infield of Christian Moat and Kyle Wu. Christian Tortorisi, the new catcher, behind the dish. Payoff pitch to Amato coming up. Liner over into left field, hanging up in the air and caught by Hart. 1-2-3 inning for Michael Weed, a sign of good things to come for the right-hander. It's 0-0 after 1 inning of ball.